Hey everyone, good afternoon. It's Denise Donahue, your favorite mortgage nerd. Today is March 9th, and I am here to bring you a market update. So what you'll see on the screen here are 7 different entities: National Association of Realtors, Zelman and Associates, Realtor.com, and what they do each year is predict how the real estate market is going to appreciate. And what you can see here, if we take the average of all 7, they're estimating that homes or real estate is going to appreciate by 5%. In the DFW area, that is a little low. We're probably in the upwards of 8, 9, 10%. And the way that you can compare that to other assets is kind of like asking, what is the rate of return? So real estate's going up. Even during the housing crash in the DFW market, the price of homes did not depreciate in value. They slowed down, but it's very rare for real estate and land to actually depreciate in value. Unlike, let's say, the stock market, stock prices go up and they go down and they're very volatile. Real estate doesn't typically depreciate, but we're seeing faster appreciations, and that's because of the genuine supply and demand. Not like 2008 where there was artificial inflation with the appraisals that were going on. But given the generation of Gen Y, there are 20 million more people in Gen Y than there were the generation before it. So just based off pure supply and demand, there's not enough inventory for the buyers that are in the market. But should you wait until the market settles down? Well, 2 questions to ask. Is homes appreciating? It looks like they're still on the rise. 2, are interest rates increasing? Well, if we go over here and we look at how the interest rates are forecasting, they have been low. They were low all 2020. In fact, we have never in history seen 30-year rates as low as they were in 2020. So what does that mean? There's a really strong probability that interest rates are going to go up. And just like this shows, the economists are predicting through the end of 2022 that interest rates are probably going to increase to about 3.5%, maybe even on the upwards of 3, low 4s, largely because of inflation. Inflation's been talked about a lot over the news lately. I do expect that interest rates are going to get to the mid 3s, maybe as soon as the end of this year. So is that bad, or what does that really mean to your purchasing power and numbers? Well, I wanted to put together this for you so that we could really analyze what this means for you. And I put it on a analysis that we can look at today versus the future. And so let me change this view for you guys. All right, so what we're looking at here is today we've got a house at $450,000. A year from now, if this increases by 5%, which I would say is on the extreme conservative side, this same house that you found today is going to cost you $472,500 more a month, just purely in homes appreciating in value. So if you don't like houses today at 450, you're probably not going to like houses at 450 a year from now, because that same house isn't going to be the same. Now that 450 is really a 472 purchase price. So what does that mean from a monthly payment? Well, if interest rates today are 2.75 and a year from now they go to 3.375, now your cost of owning that home is also is greater than what it was today. So the home is more expensive and the monthly payment's higher because the cost of borrowing these funds are more expensive. Now your mortgage payment went from $1,469 a month, increased just over $200 a month at $1,671. So again, what does this mean for you? This means if your budget is $1,500 a month today, and that's not going to change from a year from now, that means that your purchasing power will decrease, meaning you would have to buy a lesser home at the same payment because the cost of borrowing and home appreciation is increasing. Now, if we were to look at this over a 10-year time period, what does that cost you to wait? Well, it's going to cost you about $26,000 from the increased interest rate and the home appreciation. So in your first 10 years of owning that home, it's going to cost you roughly $26,000 to wait just 1 year. And then over 15 years, the difference in your mortgage interest between the two is $121,000 versus $158,000. So when people ask the question, should I wait? I know I'm a mortgage lender and my opinion might be biased, but I'm a nerd and I always say the numbers don't lie. It's always important to look at the numbers and analyze. And the 2 questions that we want to ask are interest rates going to are they predicted to go up? Because that means the cost of borrowing the money will go up. And are the prices continuing to go up? Maybe the home appreciation will slow down by 2022, but they are still going to be on the rise, because keep in mind, it is very, very rare that real estate does not appreciate in value, like super, super rare. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.